After getting off to a disappointing 0-4 start to the season, the Sacramento Kings have quickly flipped the script and they've been playing some great basketball recently. They have currently won 7 out of their last 10 ball games, and they are also on a 4-game winning streak. And the reason the Sacramento Kings have been able to flip the script is because of their new high-powered offense. We look at some of their numbers as a team. Right now they rank second in the NBA in total offensive rating. They also rank second in the NBA in total points scored per game, and in three-point shooting, so three-pointers made per game and three-point percentage, they are top 5 in both of those categories. So this offense is really dangerous, and we saw how scary it was when they faced the Brooklyn Nets and they went out and dropped 153 points and they made it look effortless. So we look at the Sacramento Kings, and what makes this offense so dangerous, in my opinion, is the pace and space that they play with. Now we look at the Sacramento Kings offense from this season. It's a little bit different from what we've seen over the last couple of years. This year they rank 17th in the league in pace, so they're not getting up and down the court as quickly as we're accustomed to seeing the Sacramento Kings do. Over the last couple of years, they've been known for being one of the fastest teams in the NBA. They were always top 5, top 7 when it came to pace. So this season, the Sacramento Kings, they're slowing it down a little bit, and the numbers today rank 17th, and I like that ranking. I think that's a good balance of getting out in transition and also getting into the half court and getting up quality shots, and that's something that the Sacramento Kings have been able to do this season. They get a lot of great looks in their half court offense, and the two main reasons for that is the personnel change, and also they have a new head coach and Mike Brown. So it's a whole new system, and so far this system has been working tremendously offensively for the Sacramento Kings. And we look at the personnel that they've added to this team, and their main goal the last season was to add pieces that are very compatible with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis, and I think they did a great job of that. They added 3 key guys. There was Keegan Murray, who they got with the 4th pick in the NBA draft, and then they brought in Kevin Huerter, and they also brought in Malik Monk. And one thing that all of these guys have in common is that they can shoot the 3 ball and stretch the floor. So we look at the Sacramento Kings, the offense specifically in the half court. So far the spacing has been amazing. So I think the great spacing with the Sacramento Kings, it all starts with Domantas Sabonis, just because he can do just about everything on the offensive side of the ball. And if you look at his numbers right now, it'll say that he's shooting 21% from the 3-point line, but I don't think we should hold that against him for 2 reasons. Number one, he hasn't taken more than 2 threes in the game so far this season, and number 2, teams do not sag off of him or dare him to shoot the 3 ball. They respect his jumper, so they're not just leaving him wide open. So with him being able to play on the perimeter, put the basketball on the floor, get to the rim, and create plays, it causes for the opposing team's big man to get out there on him, and now they're playing defense in an uncomfortable area for them, because we know bigs, they love to protect the rim. So now with the big out of the paint, it just makes it so much easier to penetrate and get to the rim and get easy layups. Another reason why I love Sabonis playing the 5 for this team is that all of the games that I've tuned in so far to watch the Sacramento Kings, they love to run that dribble handoff, and most of the time it's with Kevin Huerter or Malik Monk. And when these guys, man, they take advantage of those bigs being in those pick and roll situations. The dribble handoff, 9 times out of 10, is turning into a pick and roll situation. But Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk, both of these guys have quick triggers. So as soon as they catch that thing, they pulling up. And if the shot isn't there, this is why you gotta love the pickup of these 2 guys. They're so skilled. They can put the ball on the floor. They have decent handles, and they can do some other things with the basketball in their hands. They can score. They can create for others. So it's just so many counters that the Sacramento Kings have just because of Sabonis and how effective he is with the basketball in his hand. So I think the spacing, the Sacramento Kings slowing it down a little bit is one of the reasons why this offense is so great. Another thing that we can look at is the second unit. The second unit of this team has been great so far this season. I believe they're like top 6, top 5 in total bench scoring right now. So that's a plus, and that's something we haven't seen from the Sacramento Kings in years past. And we look at that game against the Brooklyn Nets, the Sacramento Kings, they won by 30 plus points, and they were able to put up 153 points. And what makes it so impressive to me is that De'Aaron Fox, the leading scorer on the team, who was putting up 25 points at the time, he only had 14 points, and this team was still able to put up those type of numbers. And Terrence Davis, a player from the bench, he had the game high for the Sacramento Kings. He put up 31 points. Keegan Murray went out in the first half with muscle soreness and he did not return. So Terrence Davis, he was able to start the second half and he put on the show. He had 31 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and he knocked down 7 out of his 10 3-pointers. We all know what Malik Monk gives on the offensive side of the ball, and the Sacramento Kings are loving him. I was watching the game, listening to the broadcast, and they say that fans come into the game wearing a Band-Aid on their face like Malik Monk. So I thought that was pretty cool. But the second unit for the Sacramento Kings have been solid this year. They have Davion Mitchell, Trey Lyles, a bunch of different guys contributing to the Sacramento Kings offense. And I think the ultimate thing that makes this offense so dangerous is that you have 2 guys that you can give it to in the half court and tell everybody to get out the way, and they can go get you a bucket, and that's De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis. So I don't think nobody would disagree with me when we say that these are the best 2 players on the Sacramento Kings, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And I love what I've been seeing from De'Aaron Fox so far this season. And I know he's just 24 years of age, but I think he's about to enter his prime because it seems like everything is starting to become easy for him. And when I say that, it just seems like his shot selection has gotten so much better and is showing up in the numbers because he's averaging 24 points per game to go along with 5 assists and 5 rebounds, but he's doing it so efficiently. He's shooting over 50% from the field, and he's shooting like 35% from the 3-point line. So he's been playing so great this season. And another thing that I love that I've been seeing from him is that he's starting to become more of a facilitator as he continues to learn his teammates and learn the new system of Mike Brown. He's been getting a lot more assists because we got to remember that this team is kind of brand new. They had 3 intricate pieces that were just added this last offseason: Keegan Murray, Kevin Huerter, and Malik Monk. So these guys are still learning each other while also learning their new head coach, and that's why I think that makes it even more impressive. And then we also look at Sabonis, and I think Sabonis, the impact that he has on the offensive side of the ball is so underrated because he's doing a little bit of everything. And there's only 2 centers in this league that leads their team in assists. That's him and Nikola Jokic. So that's just that's the type of impact he's having on the season so far. He can knock down the tray ball. He can score in the post in just about every way imaginable. He can shoot the fade away. He can overpower you with his strength. He has a very soft touch around the rim. He can also be effective without the basketball. We see how great he is in those dribble handoff situations that then turn into pick and rolls. It's been very hard for teams to figure out. So the Sacramento Kings, man, they've been playing some great basketball recently. They got off to a very slow start, 0-4, and now they have 7 wins on the season. So they won their last 4. We're going to see if they can keep that up against San Antonio. That's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment down below if you agree or disagree, and then subscribe for more weekly content. We do this all the time, man, and that's curtains.